Hi guys and ladies, I found this recipe online when the internet was new back in 1996. I saved it but didn't try it until 14 years later. Well, when I did, I was blown away. I loved it. But who knows, with my propensity for bungling, I might mess it all up when the camera's running. So let's see how this turns out. I have here a cup of chopped onions. I'm going to saute them in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm supposed to add a can of chopped green chilies now. But you know, I had a lot of those hatch chilies left over from my last video. And I seeded them, roasted them, peeled them, chopped them, and even froze them. So I'm going to use 4 or 5 ounces of those babies. I waited until the onions were nice, fragrant, and translucent before adding the chilies. So here I'm adding 1/2 teaspoon of crushed garlic. So here I'm adding 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. What I've got here are 2 cups of chopped cooked chicken, but I have a confession to make. These are from 2 cans of chopped chicken. I know I tried to get the rotisserie chicken from the grocery store, but they were out, so I had to resort again to cans. Please, no complaints. I don't want to hear it. I don't. This is both white and dark meat. I think it's better than just white meat. Now I'm doing this on low heat only because I don't want to make a mistake. If you're on the standard low-calorie or low-fat diet, please turn your heads. This is for low-carb people. We're going to be adding sour cream and heavy whipping cream. First, let's go with 4 tablespoons of sour cream. This is what makes the recipe so rich. And rich means delicious. Now let's pour in that 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. Now I realize canned chicken has salt in it, but the other ingredients don't, so I'm adding a little bit less than a 1/2 teaspoon of salt to this. The best part of this low-carb diet is that eating fat is encouraged, and that's where the taste is. I've put our filling aside, and now I'm going to try making the sauce. I'm using the remainder of this pint of cream and the remaining 1/2 cup of our sour cream, so let's get it going. The directions say I'm supposed to add 2 chicken bouillon cubes, but in this case I'm going to try 2 teaspoons of turkey base. I'm probably ruining the recipe. It's a little thinner than I'd like. Maybe I need to increase the heat. I just had to take a time out to mention this. That famous YouTube chef, Chef Bourquet, sent me this Cajun Bayou Man sauce, and anyone who's ever tried it has raved about it. I'm anxious to use it. It probably isn't appropriate for enchiladas, but I'll be using it. I just wanted to say thanks. Thanks a lot, Chef. I really, really appreciate this. My sauce is getting a little thicker, but not to the extent that I would like. So I'm going to add a 4th brick of this cream cheese. This won't hurt anything. It can only help. Now I'm setting the oven to 350. I need to stop talking and assemble the enchiladas. I've got to spray this baking dish. So to do this, of course, I'm going to use low-carb tortillas, only 4 net grams per tortilla. So we'll take a couple tablespoons of mixture and roll them up. Okay, let's pour on the sauce. What I'm going to do now is cover the casserole with this marble jack cheese. It's a combination of Colby and Monterey Jack. I'm going to put her in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. You know, that famous celebrity food and restaurant critic, Miss Lulu Cheeks, has accepted my invitation to dinner tonight, and I'm just so honored. I'm still trying to win her heart, though. I haven't been completely successful. The last time, I tried to impress her with my heroic bravery, but that sort of backfired on me. I was reading, though, that women are immensely impressed by men who show their sensitive side. So I'm going to ask her to stay for an old romantic movie that always makes me choke up. If she sees my sensitivity, I think she'll absolutely melt in my arms and maybe even profess her love for me. We'll see. Well, here we are today with that famous restaurant and food critic, Miss Lulu Cheeks. Thank you for joining me for dinner. I'm really honored.
No, you're welcome.
Hey, would you like to try my enchiladas? I call them enchiladas con pollo.
Ooh, sounds delicious. Yummy.
I have a little piece on a fork for you.
Mmm. Very good.
Creamy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you.
Yes, sir.
You know, Miss Cheeks,
Mm-hmm.
I could call you Lulu. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you. I was thinking, do you like old romantic movies?
Yes.
Oh, good. Good. I have one in mind for tonight. It's a little sad now.
Oh.
I hope you compose yourself.
So I'll eat and get happy, and then I'll get sad.
Okay. That's true.
You knew how much I loved you. How much I still love you.